Hold on, back on my bullshit. These niggas been hitting, get hit with a full clip. They say they don't like me, they want me to hit them with...
You guys know how I brought up Theo Epstein as a possible candidate for the next general manager job of the New York Yankees? Scratch it. Over. Done. No more. Because A, he's probably not going to be able to get out of his job being in the MLB offices. And I knew that. It was more of a, if there is a workaround there, maybe it would be a good fit. But also, we have our number one candidate, James Click. If you don't know who he is the former now general manager of the Houston Astros. Now, I know what you're saying. Why would we go after a guy who used to be with Houston? Well, there are two big reasons. One, he can give us the blueprint of how Houston is built and try to replicate it in New York. That's one. And two, he showed this season when he let Correa walk that he's willing to play the young players. He is not too prideful to let everything to basically say it's my way or the highway. He's willing to make adjustments, and he's willing to let the young players play and let the best players on the field play. It's a perfect fit right now, especially because of the fact that, yeah, he built a dynasty over there. No matter what we say about 2017, 2019, whatever, he built a dynasty. And the Yankees have been trying to build a dynasty, and the one team in our way has been Houston. So seriously, we have to consider bringing a guy who A, knows exactly how to build this dynasty, and two, a guy who is willing to make mistakes and adjust. The problem with Brian Cashman was he would make a mistake and then he would stick by the mistake. He would never learn from it and move past it. He would force us to live with the mistake until it was far too late. That is unacceptable. And like I said in my recap of the after-season press conference, which was absolutely atrocious, by the way, after that, I said he's grown a sense of cockiness. Because he's been the general manager for over 20 years, he grown a sense of cockiness because he has a few championships under his belt from the early 2000s. We haven't won in 13 years. This is one of the longest stretches of time that we have not won a championship since the 80s. And the 80s sucked, okay? We did not win a single one in the 2010s decade. And that is embarrassing. And so far, we're 0 for 2 in the 20. We're 0 for 3 in the 2020s decade. 20, 21, and 22. When will his cockiness end? And that's why I think it's time you go your separate ways, because sometimes if people will know this analogy, if you've lived with someone for too long, they start to show their true colors. And sometimes those true colors don't mesh with your true colors. And I think that's sort of what's happened in New York with Brian Cashman. He has overstayed his welcome and now is showing his true colors of saying it's my way or the highway. Because he did not really build those teams that won the championships that he did. We overrated him because Gene Michael built those teams. He got the core four together. He decided to draft Jeter. He decided not to trade Jeter. He got Mo. He got Posada. He got Pettit. He got that core four together. And the last time we won a World Series was with the core four. Yes, in 2009, he did get Sabathia. But that was a true George Steinbrenner-esque move. So obviously, we overrated the fact because he was the general manager at the time we won those championships. That we said it's all him. It's all him. Well, no, it was Gene Michael that won us those championships. And George Steinbrenner just didn't like him. So he got rid of him and brought in Cashman as the general manager. All just very much... all I'm trying to say is we overrated the ability of Brian Cashman. And I have fallen victim to this too. I'm not above anyone else. I had high praises of Cashman. But this year proved to me that he does not deserve that. You know who does deserve that? James fucking Click. He deserves the credit of being a general manager that built a dynasty. Brian Cashman was a general manager during a dynasty. He didn't build it. James Click built that. And so, and yes, I know after 2019 he sort of brought on, but he lost players in that process. In our dynasty, we did not really lose those players. So he had to build from losing players during the dynasty and sort of recalibrate it. That's really what he did. He recalibrated the dynasty. Cashman never really had to do that. When he had a chance to do that, he's folded for 13 years. So, James Click is the guy. We have to find a way to get him, no matter what, maybe even before Judge. Because we need a general manager before we are able to sign players. And so, that's it for the video. We got to get James Click involved in this organization now. And I think this is a great opportunity to steal something from under Houston. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know down below. Do you agree with me that we should get James Click? Do you think we should get rid of Brian Cashman? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.